Hi there, Pastor Ross here. And the Gospel of John is a little bit different than the other three Gospels, Matthew, Mark, and Luke. And that's because of the intimacy and the perspective that John had. He was closer to Jesus than neither Matthew nor Mark or Luke were. And so he saw things that the other three Gospel writers didn't. And one of the things that's interesting is at the beginning of the Gospel, John refers to himself as John, which makes sense. That's his name and all. But then there's a phrase that he uses towards the end of the Gospel that if you blink, you'll kind of miss the significance of it. And he refers to himself at the end as the one whom Jesus loves. Again, if you blink, you miss the significance of it, but yet that phrase is packed with meaning. It's packed with significance. You see, what John is saying in that moment is that he understands who he is, and that who he is defined by who loves him. See, I want you to think of it this way. Imagine you were to meet John right now. He walks in the room wherever you're at, and he introduces himself. I don't think he would introduce himself with his resume. You know what I mean by that? Like, he wouldn't tell you that he was one of the original disciples. And of the 12, he was one of the inner three. As James, Peter, and John. Nor do I think that he would introduce himself as one of the original apostles, or the one disciple not to abandon Jesus. The one to have seen Jesus do miracles, wonders, and signs, and the fact that he did miracles, wonders, and signs himself. Nor would he introduce himself as the second most prolific writer in the New Testament. I think he would introduce himself as the one whom Jesus loves. You see, that powerful statement protects him. You see, what if you were to insult John at that moment? Kind of laugh at him and mock his appearance. Maybe he's shorter than you expected, or not as good looking, or maybe he's overweight. Maybe you would try to compare him to Paul, the second most prolific writer is just the first loser. And so you try to degrade or shame the Apostle John. And yet, I think his answer would be something like, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I'm the one who Jesus loves. He was so rooted in that truth that I don't think anyone in this world could derail him. Oh, they could insult him and reject him, and he would feel that, but it wouldn't be devastating. It wouldn't ruin him, because he knew that the God of the universe, the God who created all this, knew his name and loved him and accepted him. And you couldn't take that away from him. So I'm the one who Jesus loves. You're the one who Jesus loves. I want you to think about that today.